These are the kind of MMA injuries that make even hardcore fans look away. And the worst part? Some of these happened so fast, the fighters didn't even understand what happened. In MMA, it only takes one mistake. One bad step, one wrong kick, 1 second of bad timing, and suddenly, a normal fight turns into something nobody can forget. Some of these injuries were so brutal, fans remember the exact second they happened. Some were so rare, even experienced fighters couldn't believe it. And some looked so unreal, they felt fake in slow motion. So let's break down the most dangerous, rare, and disturbing injuries ever seen inside the cage. First, the one that still feels like a horror scene. Evangelista Santos stepped into the cage against Michael Page. One flying knee. That's all it took. At first, it looked clean. Then came the sound. That crack. That wasn't just a knockout, it was a skull fracture. A visible dent in his head. Doctors had to insert a metal plate. Santos later said he could feel air inside his skull. Think about that. One strike, and the bone itself collapsed.
His skull.
Seen that.
His skull caved in, and the MRIs are insane. I've never seen that. In all my years of watching fights and being involved in martial arts, I've never seen anybody's head caved in like that.
And if that wasn't enough, the next one changed MMA forever. Anderson Silva threw a kick he had thrown thousands of times. But when it landed on Chris Weidman, everything changed instantly. His tibia and fibula snapped. His leg folded the wrong way. For a second, he tried to stand. Then his body gave up. One of the greatest fighters ever, reduced to one of the most horrifying moments in sports history. And the craziest part? Years later, Weidman suffered the exact same injury. That's how cruel this sport can be. But some injuries are disturbing for a different reason. Corey Hill snapped his leg mid-kick. But here's what people never forget. One toe stayed planted, flat on the canvas, while the rest of his leg twisted away. That one detail made it look unreal, like the body broke in two different ways at the same time. Then there are injuries that go beyond the cage. Yuki Nakai suffered repeated eye gouging. The result? Permanent blindness in one eye. But here's what makes it haunting. He kept fighting. Through pain. Through damage. Some injuries don't snap. They slowly fall apart. Mark Hunt's shoulder popped out against Gegard Mousasi. It looked wrong. Unnatural. And suddenly, he wasn't fighting his opponent anymore. He was fighting his own body. Submissions can be even worse. Frank Mir versus Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. Kimura locked in. The arm twisted past its limit. And then, it broke. Slow, then sudden. And then there are moments that change lives forever. Pritchard Colon, illegal punches, brain bleed, coma, permanent damage. This isn't just an injury, it's a warning. Matt Hughes versus Carlos Newton. A slam so powerful, it shut everything off instantly. Neck, spine, brain, everything at risk. And now, one of the most viral MMA injuries ever. Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. No clean moment, no clear impact. But suddenly, his leg was gone. And the craziest part? He kept talking, sitting there with a broken leg. That's why these moments stay forever. Not just because they're violent, not just because they're rare, but because in 1 second, everything changes. A fight, a career, a life. Because in MMA, the most dangerous moment is not always the knockout. Sometimes, it's the exact second the body gives up.